Hello guys! Welcome to my vlog. Today I decided to make a video about finding your one true love. So I'm not trying to be a professional love guru, whatever. This is just the tips on how it worked for me. So anyways, I'm just a short story in the beginning. Forgive me because I have like código. So most of you guys probably doesn't know me personally. My name is Alea and I got married last year, July last year, so almost a year now, to the man of my dreams. And I really prayed hard for him, but more than just praying, I had to do and go through all the experiences and circumstances that went my way that led me to this day. So just another short side story. I became a single mom at 18, and of course during that time I really thought that my daughter's dad will be the one for me, but nope. And after that failed relationship and becoming a single mom at 18, at 18, and of course during that time I really thought that my daughter's dad will be the one for me. So after becoming a single mom at 18, I believed and I kept telling myself that one day I will find someone who will treat my daughter as her own, and I will still be able to provide her the family that she deserves and the family that I've ever dreamed of. So the number one question that I asked myself is, what is this void inside that I'm trying to fill with wrong people or wrong relationships? And I realized that, my love tank is empty and there's a desperate need for love inside me. And because I was desperate, I settle for a person that's less than what I truly deserve. And I did that like a couple of times. So first is to try to figure out your wounds, where you're coming from, and so that will give you awareness that there's also something wrong with you that needs to be, there's also something wrong, not wrong with you, but there's something that needs to be unlearned, or new habits that you need to learn to have a healthy relationship in the future. So and I strongly believe that we can break free from our old conditioning that is not working. And in my own experience, my heartbreaks have led me to get to know God more in a much more deeper way. So I learned that I can't get the love from anyone else, the love that I can only get from Him. And so through God, through Him, I learned that there's no perfect person. Everyone will fail us. Yes, even the people we love. Our kids will fail us sometimes when they make mistakes, and it's okay. Our spouse, our friends, because in reality, we're all imperfect, right? Like even us, we make mistakes. And so again, in my case, so the second thing is healing. So again, in my case, God is the number one source of my healing. Now I understand that other people have different beliefs. So then try to discover something that will help you in your journey to healing. I know there's a lot of people who's been trying meditation, yoga, hiking, or even just trying out a new hobby and trying to find yourself. You know, that famous cliche actually probably worked for a lot of people. Which leads me to number three. Instead of constantly finding the right one for you, work on being the right one for someone else. So this is my favorite. This is one of the favorite advice ever. I've read this in a book, and then ever since I couldn't forget it. I couldn't forget. So because this kind of gives you the awareness. Again, it's like an eye opener and lets you control the parts that you can actually control, and that is yourself. Yes, that's you. Yes, it's you. And if you keep working on yourself and you meet the right one, you have more chances of being able to actually choose better, actually, if you're healed as a person, and be more emotionally ready for a healthy relationship. And number 4, stop holding on to the wrong one. Stop holding on to the wrong one, girl or boy or everyone, all genders are included. So I've been in this situation not just once, twice, but 3 times. One of my favorite advice from my mentor is this. Yeah, I couldn't forget this too when Brother Bo said this. How can the right one have that place in your life if you're still letting the wrong person hold it? So then, yeah, there's no space for the right one if you're still with the wrong person, right? So I've learned all through my experiences that sometimes we have to trust the perfect timing. Because if we don't, when we actually doesn't trust the perfect timing and we rush, I think we make more mistakes when we rush in every aspects of our lives, not just with love life. So my husband, just a trivia, my husband actually met me when he was already 40. So even if he was single for a long time, he didn't settle. And so again, my 5th advice is trust your life's perfect timing. So anyways, based on my real life story, I really want to be with someone who's also a Filipino, and since we moved to Canada, I kept going back home to the Philippines, trying to maybe find myself, prove myself, or trying to find the right one for me in the Philippines, maybe. When all this time, little did I know that the one I'm gonna marry is a Canadian, and he lives in the same town where I moved in with my family 9 years ago. So that really taught me a lesson that sometimes we're so impatient and we're so stubborn, and we try to create our own timeline for ourselves without actually thinking that behind the curtains, behind the roadblocks, all this time that we're actually pushing to go, we're just wanting to be with someone we like, even if that person's not really good for us. All this time, God is already preparing the right one for us. And He is writing our love story. So the last thing I would want to say is just be still. Your time will come. And in this season of waiting is a gift, because when you're married, there will be some stuff that you won't be able to do anymore because you're already married. Like now, before when you're single, it's just you and your life and your decision. But when you're married, there will be a lot of decisions that you have to consult your partner. So I think also that's one of the important things you can do while in your season of waiting, like single blessedness. Take a lot of risk, all the risk that you want to do, like, and because it's harder to take risk when you already have your own family. And yeah, so yeah, those are the tips that work for me in regards to finding my one true love. And I pray, I'm gonna pray for you, and I hope that eventually, soon, you will find your one true love in his perfect time. Thank you for watching, guys. I love you all.